Alright, so we should be, I think, up and about. If that is the case and you can hear me and you can see me, those of you that want to, if you want to say hello, huzzah, or something in the chat, that would be good so I know that everything's working. I think it is. I think we're okay. But I will find out, obviously, by your response. Hello. Cool. Excellent. Why has the... Cool. Excellent. Good stuff. Excellent. Right. Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you that weren't here on Wednesday, we're trying to deal with a snake. Ian in the chat was kind enough to pull out some lore and a bit of research for us. And it's a snake called Yawn we're trying to deal with. We've had a couple of options of how to deal with it. I've died horrendously a few times. So I think we're going to go on Operation Let's Just Leg It. Try and see how we do. Anyone else in the chat particularly scared of other types of animals or anything? Say most of my animal fears are sort of pretty rational. I'm wary of horses. Run from the snake. Right, that's the plan we're going with. I'm not taking any chances. That's what we're going to do. We're going to leg it. I think one of the biggest problems with it is it's not been letting me. There's not much you can do with the snake. Like when you shoot it, it doesn't recoil or anything, so you haven't got much of a chance. So we sort of just need to get it done, I think. Horses can kick people in the teeth. You're right. So I think that's something. I don't think there's an irrational. Maybe it is a little. On the plus, I am getting myself around this house pretty good now. But also to add to the tension, I've ran out of ink ribbon as well. I've been saving perhaps a little bit too cautious, so this might be an interesting couple of hours, I think. But I believe we can do it. I believe we'll... Anyone else up on their herbology? I mean, I could... A dock leaf for a stinging nettle is probably the extent of my... Unless I'm cooking, I guess. Then I'll be able to be a little bit better. Say what you want about me. I know my oregano from my basil. All right. So here we go. The scary door. Oh, you might be lucky. I think it's the sort of tank controls aren't giving you... Oh, right, hang on. if we can just get past. Snake man. That was the first death. We did get the item, OC, so we got somewhere. We got the item. I think running away from it's fine, but it was sort of trapping me. There wasn't much to maneuver. And if that doesn't work, shall we fight it? What do people reckon? What's our verdict? Are we going to go murder this snake, or? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so if we can save the ammo and get out with minimal health loss, we are golden. We can do it then. Muy bien, hermano. How's everyone else's Spanish? What we got? My pronunciation there was probably disgustingly bad, but if anyone else can translate that, cheers. It's the repetition of grabbing this ammo and this herb here that's sort of embarrassing, really. Do you know what I think it was? I think it might have been that half second where I hadn't healed up already. I think that might have been part of it. Biblioteca. Well, gracias, everybody, for coming here. Gracias, diolch. Danke. Yeah, so for those that weren't here on Wednesday, where were you? Were you enjoying the sunny sun? No, come to the dirty old mansion. We were Ian and OC were kind enough to sort of look at strategy stuff for me, which was really handy. So the plan is this big old snake, we're gonna aim to just leg it away from him. But just keep healing as well. I think I can take 3 hits from full health, so. But we don't want to do that because we don't want to die of poison on the way around. Definitely feels like an outdated thing that you have to wait forever to get back to sort of where you were, though. It's nice to be punishing, but it's having to do all this prep before that's sort of a little bit. Right, let's heal up before so we don't have to deal with that item nonsense. Okay, here we go, time 2. Yeah, I have played Dark Souls, and oddly, from what I've just said, I do really like Dark Souls. I think there's something about the but what I like with it for me is if I'm finding something too hard, there still tends to be a load of other stuff I can do. So even though it's punishing, if something's really doing my head in, I can just sort of go somewhere else and find something else to do. Which I like. I like that sort of exploratory Yeah, where I played. That's one of the reasons why I really like Hollow Knight. To be fair, the sort of exploration element of it, where I know it's sort of touted as being this tough. Oh my god. We did it, gang. We've done it. There we go. Right, thanks for coming, everyone. See you later. That's it. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, no problem. Oh.
Am I poisoned? Give me the serum.
This is uncharted waters for me. I left the shotgun shells in there. I could go back from later. I might risk it. You know, if I really need shotgun shells, where they are. Twin Peaks.
Barry?
Ah. Yeah, it's got that. It's definitely got that feel to it. Right, so I've got all the pieces for the lab now, right? I'm going to put the bazooka away for now and take the crest. Drop those two off, and then the other crest. Actually, I'm going to put that in there as well. Because the other crest is in the night room, isn't it, that I didn't take? But this is the room with the zombos outside, right? So I need to be a little bit careful here. So I don't do what I did before. Also, to add to the horror, if I die now, that snake is... I'll have to do it again. Where Dad is about to do all charge. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's proper... It's proper... Now, son, you know why I had to... I don't know... Throw out your blah blah blah. And I'm not sure if we'll ever know who the mystery rescuer was. We'll have to see how this plot goes. Kick the son. That's why I had to shoot that dog. You see, it was infected with a virus. I imagine it would be an American sitcom. Quality dodging though. And I learn. What a good little boy. I mean, yeah, Atticus Finch would be king of the sit down, and we've learned something now. Scout. Here's why racism is bad. Scout. Don't read the other book if you have a nice image of me. Right, let's go in here. And then it's laboratory time, I think. Might be wrong. Might not be laboratory. That's just my memory. Oh, it's already open. Sorry. That's how you do it, kids. I need to pick up an item if you remember where it is. Who's what's talking about Atticus Finch? Who's always like a Boo Radleys everywhere, wall to wall Boo Radleys. Who? What's everyone's favourite fictional dads? That's a question. Or father figures then, I guess. So you've got your you've got your you've got your Ned Stark, very good dad. For the most part, I think Ned Stark's a good dad. Uncle Ben, stress dad from Daria, good dad. Bob from Bob's Burgers. I'd say, when Homer Simpson was getting all the good dad awards, I'd say Bob from Bob's Burgers deserves a couple of them, surely. I'm sure there's a quicker way round to here as well, but what can you do? The Mandalorian. I've not watched it yet. I've heard it's I've heard it's good. It sounds like sort of what I would like from a show like that. Because they're doing like a lone wolf and cub thing, right, with Baby Yoda and things. So it's like Shogun Assassin in space, which sounds good to me. Right, out there's where there's dogs and loads of herbs. This is where that shotgun room was. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Where am I? Okay, that door to outside, I've not been in that other room. Should we see what's in there first? Or is that no, don't do that, you moron. This is the art gallery room. Okay, cool. So that room's just a helmet room. That's fine. Right, are there any dogs outside again? Is it going to be a horrible... We totally survived that horror, though, with that snake. We just need to hope there's nothing else rancid we have to deal with. If we get killed, we're in trouble. We have to do the whole snake again. God, let's load them out of here and get out of this Crystal Maze mission. Yeah. Right. Who's in here then? There's a wrench there. I see. Actually, everyone else, are you familiar with the Twitter account? Can you pet the dog? Come on, I can hear you. Oh. Two of the boys. Don't approve of this at all.
This is Brad. S.T.A.R.S Alpha Team. Please respond. What the hell? Is nobody out there?
Brad, this is Jill.
This is Brad. S.T.A.R.S Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Anybody answer me.
That Twitter account is great. It's just a document of all different games and whether you can pet the dogs in them or not. I got the impression one of those dogs was still alive. That didn't sound like I took care of both of them. Right, there's plenty of herbs here still. I guess they are fine. Isn't there a good bit with the kennels in Resident Evil 2? Is that right? Is there a good kennels bit? Might be wrong. I just want some ink ribbon now. I'm terrified for it. Will you mix the herbs? Yeah. Let's hope I don't have to pick up more than 2 items. Yeah, you're right. Completely made a sausage. Now, these blue herbs, what do they do? Because I said if we can mix them. Jones of Batney Bay. For example, if you mix the herb. The blue one neutralizes natural toxins, so I can use the blue one for thingy, right? Question: can I make? Do I make super juice if I have 3 combined? Does that work? That liquor bit is incredible. Like that reveal of that first one is amazing. Not the bit when he looks up and it turns round, but that bit when you walk past and you just see it sort of when you see it scuttle across the window. That is a scare. Great. I was just thinking they had really tough brains, the liquors, because they're like. I'm sure you do, but if you don't, like, have a look at a picture of a liquor. Like, they look like their brains are exposed. So I always used to think, like, man, they're pretty brave with that brain. Okay, right. So we've got the. I will take the map of garden. Let's have a look. Okay. Cool. So then we go into there. Then I imagine we have to drain it to have a look around, and then we head back in through that area. I'm not sure. I keep on pointing at the screen, thinking that the way it works that you can see it, but I don't think that is effective. Right, let's get this winch. If anyone knows in the chat knows how the blue herbs work, I would be very grateful if you can look it up. What are you? Reverend from Doom. I've not played a lot of Doom. I've seen a lot of the art stuff. Some of the art from it's incredible. Like there's some really fun. I'll look it up when I'm done here. Right, come on. I swear, these games is what made me. I was working somewhere for a little while where you had to smush stuff like that, something like that, around to get stuff from the stock and things. Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So when you said anymore, I meant in this game. I'm with you. Cool. So that is fine. I'm with you. Well, thank you very much for having a look. Oh, well, I thought that's what the crank was for. Silly me. Pixel 3, you get damage resistance for one, but I think it's this one cool. Damage resistance would be sweet though, wouldn't it? Just stock up and just run around. Remove some of the tension if I could just swan around invincible. That poor snake, I could get eaten by it and then cut my way out with my knife. The audio is appropriately spooky. Here we go. There's a square hole. Well, here you go. I have a round peg for you. Like if a big fish or something is going to come out of here, we're in major trouble. Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember for a while in games development when it was always like how good the water looked was a thing? That was like a huge part of game things where they talk about how good the water looked for a while. It's like how many pixels it takes for a hair in Pixar films. That used to be another one. And like CG was sort of in its infancy. Nope. Nope. No. No. I don't want. No way. Well, we're not going back that way. I assume those things will poison me. Yeah, like when CG was in its infancy, they'd always talk about how much. Oh no. They'd always talk about how much how many pixels take up one hair. That was always the fact. And then with video game, it was how good the water looks for a while. Ah. It's weird. Why is that? Oh! There we go, that's my answer. I guess it was there to make me do exactly that, so that I didn't. I fell for the trap. The guy signed this a good job of making sure Batman's cape didn't go through the walls. It's Imperio Tengo Suete Lucha. Oh man, what's Tango? Is it have? Is Tango have? I've got I'm not sure if I might have a picture of it somewhere. I'll find out. Can't remember where it was, but I was playing. Yeah, those things must. Let's try it. Let's take one of them and see if we can combine it. Oh, there's obviously a dog coming. Obviously, like, why would I even? Not, not dealing with that. S.T.A.R.S malas. The Peros' dog, isn't it? Okay, so we've got the mixed herbs. What's it going to tell me about it? Well, thanks for that level of insight. So it looks like a flattened Mexican hat, like sombrero, or heroin. Switch to the handgun. I feel like handguns for regular things and those for the bosses, right? Battery is pulled out. Great. What it is. Malas was bad. Oh yeah, so that's what I was saying about the one time I tried to be a little bit lighter on the dogs. I tried to give them a little bit of a break and then have to deal with that. Right, let's see what this does. Fine, right, okay, I'm going to grab the next one. Right, let's deal with this. Oh, wait. Los perros muertos ahora. Is that the two dogs? What's muertos? Zahora open something. Right, that's one sausage dog done. Hulked. Ready. Come on. Yeah, not so confident now. Not on my ammo actually. Right, 4 shots left of this. We might have to go back to the snake for some more shells, as they say. Muertos is dead, isn't it? Ah. Oh, of course it is, yeah, with the King of the Dead. Maybe that'll become the new thing. Like, we'll put Duolingo to shame. We'll be like, sorry, owl. We learn languages in Resident Evil chats now. That's the new way it's done. Can anyone else speak any other languages aside from English? Is everyone? How's everyone else's sort of? It's one of those things I'd always like to be able to do, but then I never. He says while Twitch streaming a game that's nearly 20 years old, if not more, and he's getting murdered by whatever the fuck is behind this door, probably. We just want the power. That's all we want. We just want the power. Oh yeah, push that around in a bit. Do we even have a map for this? Guardhouse. Okay. Again, I'm really worried when they give out loads of stuff like that. I'm genuinely terrified. This is going to yeah, probably is, isn't it? I'm trying to think if there's any. Is it shotgun time? Maybe there's a save room in here. Maybe there's a little bit of like, come on, you've done all right now. Oh, that sound. Oh, music to my ears. I mean, it literally is. But we don't have an ink ribbon. Is there none on the bed? Is there? Well, whoops. I mean, you don't just chuck out first aid spray like it ain't no thing, do you? Does anyone know where there's any ink ribbon? I'm feeling very sort of under threat without it. I'm feeling um only I had something to block up that hole, eh? I like the way you're thinking. Couldn't see any. Couldn't see any. I'll have a look. Or feel free to improvise amongst yourselves the what the F could stand for. No. There's a little meme template there for you to screenshot if you want it, guys. You could have, if I had a money, I could buy a house. If I had something for you, whatever. What do you want me to do? Improvise? Yeah, I don't think there's any of that. I'm gonna put that crank in there. And then I'm going to explore the other rooms first. Decent frame going on for this stream, Carl. What's the crack with that? Well, James, I was experimenting with OBS and I managed to find a old screenshot of the... I wanted it to look like the inventory completely, but the screen was too small. Like... So I was just messing around with OBS. Everything is just telling me no. Everything is telling me no. Like, that had Halloween music. Yeah, and I found out OBS could upload GIFs. So if anyone's interested in that sort of thing, the fine, I found a GIF of just that bit. I know it's GIF, but is what it is. Hi, Meg. How you doing? Ah! Oh. Oh. I can't be dealing with this. Why Why do I keep on choosing to fight the monsters? Oh, is there anything in this room for me? Anything at all? These pool cues? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there were some clips there as well. Oh. Oh. Right. Naomi's area covered tarantulas again. Oh my goodness. I was just not expecting to find such. So every room in this guardhouse is. Is there anything else in there we want? That was tough. That was a scary. The game lulled me into a false sense of security. I saw the bar and I assumed safety. On save time number 9. Overall, though, I think we're doing all right. We've made some nice little progress. We are running a little low on the good stuff, but using my shotgun to kill all those dogs was the problem. What scary door do we try? And this is some goosebumps terror here. Oh, there's a map, guardhouse map on the door wall. Oh, we might get a journal of this guy's the guard going mad. This is the room. Down in here. This is where we are instead. Sea room key. Big shit in the bar. There's green Tods. Put the ink ribbon back in the box, and now I've got one useless item slot to deal with. Is he down properly? Yeah, he's bled out. No, he hasn't. Reloading in the thing though, not an amateur. Yeah, come on. Come on, buddy. He looks like he's made out of raw meat as well. Here we go. Oh, what? I was hoping that would be a nice little tail. So that's not a map. Okay. I appreciate watching me play the game is like, you know, that puzzle where you can only put that item moving game where you can only put something bigger on top of a small one, and you're just moving one item for the other until you can. That's you're watching someone essentially organize a box. Right, in you go. Need some Avino crew. Spuds, mate. I think they're, so long as they're not clearly rancid, I think they're all right. I mean, ask the chat. Everyone's salient here. I think they're. Yes, Tales of Hanoi. It might be that. Might be that. Sorry, I said yes very confidently then, and I was like, yeah, it might be. But yeah, it might very well be that. And on here then. What is this? I thought this was going to be a little bit of story. Nothing unusual. There is everything unusual about this entire place. There you go, James. OC's dropped some solid potato advice for you there. Right, let's get this. Let's get this underrated 90s TV show over to the good bit, shall we? Come on, pal. Off you go. Spatial awareness is someone else. Second delay, I just did what you advised me not to do, just in time for me to read the comment of, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Sort it out. Right. It's quite interesting though that this puzzle is made only difficult by the camera angle. Like, it's the camera angle that's making this um judging by the state of the rest of the rooms, this place is going to be also a terrifying, horrendous nightmare, isn't it? Oh, yeah. What do they give you? Do they give you a ruby, or is it? It's a unicorn tile or something, isn't it? If I remember right. Right, something's going to absolutely just ruin my day here. What's this room looking like? Okay. I mean, even this guardhouse is pretty good. Whoever lived it is having a pretty good time. Maybe we do go wreck those spiders and see what was there. It looked like we could pick up the pool cues. What a hallway? This hallway or? What is going on here? I'll push it off. There's lots of herbs there as well. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I'm genuinely worried now. Nothing important about this red book. All pages are blank. What's it for? Hang on. I mean, there's some people that might disagree with you that a little red book is not important. Um, is it a puzzle with the lighter? Is that what I do with that? Can I light the pages? Can I have a little look? Does anyone in the chat know? Absolutely no. No to all of this. No to the scary room. No to whatever that item is. Clearly a big rancid moth or something. Ah! Bees! Bees! terrifying bees. I suppose it's not weird really, but it's odd how much of it is focused on zombies, where the amount of crazy things, yeah, they change where it's in the remake. Oh. Ah, shitting bees. Right, I'm gonna try and burn that book. That's what you do in times of panic and stress, isn't it? Is you start burning books. That's the. We've all learned that. Nope. Okay, so we don't burn the book. What do we do with it? Can I just absolutely bazooka that hive? Can I ruin those bees by... Shit, I should probably get another blue herb if I get poisoned, shouldn't I? No, I've got my spray. So 2 locked doors. Do a bookshelf, put it in the book, and then it'd go spin round something. Must be a Scooby-Doo puzzle. It must be. Oh, these are green. Not very inclusive of colourblind players. I suppose, well, saying that, I suppose it says you can check it and it tells you what one it is. Fuck off, bees. Does anyone here played Silent Hill 2? It's a good bit in that where it's there is enough of them. Oh, I see. I would I've played a little bit of Silent Hill 1, which I like, but it's very much sort of like one of these. It's creepy in its own way. It's a little bit weird. But yeah, oh yeah, the dog endings are amazing. Yeah, there's like a consistent there's the sort of joke ending is that there's a corgi not either a corgi or a Pomeranian is pulling all the strings. Go on, make that key useless. Yeah. Nice one, Jill. Trust your instincts. Yeah, Silent Hill 2. Yes, yeah, Sheba, sorry, yeah. Pomeranian. Was I that bad at my pronouncing? It's the scary music again. Is there? Oh, there's some clips, isn't there? Well, that's. I mean, I got 15 shots for. Yeah, that's probably a fair trade-off if there's nothing else in this room. Yeah. But so Silent Hill 1. Call Silent Hill 2 a bit of a masterpiece of the genre, I think. Yeah, Silent Hill 2's got a lot going on. It does loads of really clever stuff. Silent Hill has always been scary to me because of the weird respite and normality in amongst the horror. I was speaking to a mate recently and I loved it. The world was functioning despite a zombie outbreak. I mean, be careful what you wish for, James. There's or do something. You can either do a big departure or just sort of tidy things up. I think with games, sequels tend to be a little, or can be a little bit better. Also, as well, my zombie outbreaks, the spread wouldn't be that bad. And Silent Hill 2 is just a much more ambitious game, I think, than the first one. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2, Resident Evil 2, Tomb Raider 2. Controversial, but I'd say Metal Gear 2. I know a lot of people still hate it to this day, but I think Metal Gear 2 is amazing. Oh yeah, I'm definitely having a lot of fun with Resident Evil 2. Alright. Plant 42 reports. 4 days have passed since the accident, and the plant of Point 42 is growing amazingly fast. It has been affected by the T virus differently than other plants has been, and shows unique shape in addition to its size. Looking at the way it behaves, it is now difficult to determine what kind of plant it was originally. There are 2 ways in which Plant 42 gathers nutrition. The first one is through its root that reaches into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and broke the water tank in the basement. Now the basement is filled with water. It is easily imaginable that once sensing movement, Plant 42 shoots its vines around the prey and holds it. Then it starts sucking up blood using the suckers located at the back of its vine. It also has some intelligence. It blocks the door by twining its vines around it, especially when it captures prey or is sleeping. Several staff members have already fallen victims to this. May 21, 1998. Henry Sarton. Don't know why I chose that voice for Henry Sarton, but I started with it, so committed to the bit. Don't want to fight a plant monster. That just seems unnecessary. Oh, hello. What? Will we descend? Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is incredible. Crash Bandicoot 2, I think, is a Resident Evil 1 is incredible. It's great. I think Crash Bandicoot 2 is an incredible sequel to that first game. Oh, good. We've got generic, scary children's chime music. I mean, do we just be extra cautious and pack the bazooka? I mean, I'm terrified. I'm like every time. I don't know why. It was your fault. I see we're playing a horror game. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. That's cool. Sound design there is pretty sick. So I just have to push all the blocks over. Is that what it's asking me to do? See, if I was Crash Bandicoot now, I'd just wreck them. Smash them into loads of tiny little pieces and then regret my decision. Of course, anyone who's a fan of RuPaul's, flooding your basement means something quite differently than a literal flooding of said basement. Right, so I need to push this forward, right? Same puzzle as before. Can I climb on it? No. They did that. That's Resident Evil 2 thinking that you can climb over the crates. How silly of me to think that Jill Valentine, entirely capable member of S.T.A.R.S, would not be able to do that. I mean, I always imagine water must be quite a strange thing to do. Like, there's whole teams dedicated to it now, like people that do weather and stuff. Like, I think a friend of a friend's partner does, their full-time job is just doing rain effects for film companies and stuff. And there's software a lot of games will buy now that will just be, this is how you do the rain effects. But those bits are just sprites, aren't they? It's just generating like a weather sprite. I don't think they do. I don't know. I couldn't tell you they work for weather or not. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if there was. What time I movie TV game? It's a great thing. Rugrats game amazing. Bugs Life game amazing. That Bugs Life game was incredible. I've played a fair amount of that Bugs Life game. Sort of back in the day when you'd only have sort of one. Like, I was talking to a mate the other day about it, about how you only have one. You'd only have like one game for a time if you were of a certain age or a certain budget. Oh yeah, especially the Return of the King. Again though, sequels. Talking about sequels, that Return of the King game was incredible. Is there a shark in here? Or am I thinking? Yeah, good old days of the demo disc. Can I just annihilate this thing? Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do? What happens if we take a pop shot at it? No, right. So I need to drain the water, right? Remember that indie dev platform that you'd get on? Yeah. Yeah, we had a few. We had a few PlayStation demo discs where we had. There was one with someone had simulated like a dinosaur, and it was just like a dinosaur with good graphics, and you could control it and get it to do all kinds of stuff. That was really cool. trying to think what else you got. And there was another one where it was like a top-down sort of... Oh, God. Is it worth wrecking this? I'll get into this room before this thing attacks me. I knew there was a fish in here. I knew there was. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Take that shock. Yeah, that Metal Gear demo. It was just the thingy level, right? I'm gonna pull the hell out of this lever. Man, all that algae in your boots. Ooh. Top of everything else you have to deal with that. Poor Jill. Yeah. Oh man, we'll have to look that up. And I'm quite happy that hearing that sound of something pattering around and then being like, oh my god, absolute Magikarp seed, absolute Magikarp. This music's stirring me and I'm handling this a lot better because there's people watching. But it failed. Oh yeah, come on, give me some treats. What are you? Yes. 32 in the chamber and 1 in the clip. Yeah. No, I didn't know there was a computing museum in Cambridge. What sort of stuff does it have? They are all wet and useless. So, Carl, what's your opinion of hang on, shotgun shells here. Yeah, we'll get Mr. Shotty back out. Oh, what's your opinion on the Tories? Oh man, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna sorry chat. I'm gonna put that link in a new tab so I can look at it later. PlayStation controller is low as well. We'll have to see how are we doing. I might have to find a lead. If that's all right, everyone. I will be back shortly. I'll just find the plug in the controller so I don't die. Lead. How you doing, babe? Where's the hell PlayStation lead? Here it is. See how we've been getting on. Whoa. It's a real little bit of survival horror for us there. Alright, let's go. Now, at the risk of killing myself, can I go through this door? Yes. I'll tell you a cool games design book as well is it's called something. What's it called? Blood, Sweat and Pixels. That's a really good one. Blood, Sweat and Pixels is about, each chapter is about a different game studio and how they've developed the development of each game, and it's really interesting because it views kind of quite a different variety of games. You get different it's scary now, is this part? Can we destroy it? Can I destroy this plant down here? Like, can I set fire to it or something? Is there anything? Is there an easy way of not dealing with it? Was that the Films That Made Us? That series. I really like it. The Home Alone one's the one I thought was really interesting. That they used like an actual school to build everything. I thought was really good. That they just used a school and used a school outside the term time as a film set. Really good. I really like that series. It's really good stuff in it. The Toys That Made Us is really good. I'm hoping they make a Games That Made Us. That would be amazing. There's a War Stories on. Sorry, I've gone back in here again. War Stories on YouTube is a nice little channel as well. War Stories is different devs talking about sort of things they had to learn or overcome in order to sort of get a game made. Blood, Sweat and Pixels is like a different studio each chapter. And what's really interesting is you get quite a nice width and breadth of it. Like we've got a thumbs up there. Is that for sorting out the? Okay, adios, King Craig. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. We're up to 11 followers as well. Thanks, whoever followed me. Sorry, I haven't been looking at it. Yeah, the Crash Bandicoot one's really cool. Where they just talk about just deleting loads of the PlayStation data and stuff in order to sort of smush their game on it is really interesting. I think we might do some item management here. The Abe's Odyssey one is really good as well. I'm not sure if I've seen the Vox one. I've seen a couple Shigeru Miyamoto stuff. It's really he's just really interesting. He's just like his approach to games stuff is really exciting, I think. He's trading secret bits. Very, very good name as well. I'll have to have a look at that. I find the design of survival horrors really interesting. I think it's a really interesting genre. I read a really nice interview with the guy who made Journey before as well. He's a really interesting bloke. I can't remember his name. I'll say the guy, like, obviously these things are made by big teams and stuff like that. So this is the other dorm room, right? Nope. We'll have those acid rounds. All flame rounds. This game is just crying out to give me this grenade launcher now. Surely, like, there's so much dirty. Sounds like this person wasn't washing before. I mean, they'd have some. Let's keep doing what we're doing, shall we, boys? Oh, V-Jolt report. As I started the last report, there are some common features found in the cells of the plant infected by the tyrant virus. We also found another interesting fact through some experiments. We found an element that destroys these plant cells rapidly called UMB number 16, one of the series of UMB chemicals that we used for that experiment. We named this UMB number 16 as V-Jolt. In our calculation, it will take less than 5 seconds to destroy plant 32 if we put V-Jolt directly on the root. Okay. Yeah, the light guns on flat screen TV things really is, yeah, that's such a sad state of affairs. That have you seen Matthew Matosis's video about that? He talks about the game Point Blank. And he talks about how those light guns don't work and how things are sort of being lost through it. It's really interesting, all of that stuff. I was talking about CRT TVs quite a lot the other day. Right, poisonous gas, which is harmful to the human body. Extreme caution should be taken when handling these chemicals. Great. Red. Okay. Alright, we can look into that later then, can't we? We should be able to sort that out. Now a book is missing. Well, let's see what else we've got going on first. Point Blank has been reported. What did they port it to? Because, like, the Matthew Matosis videos, he talks about how because of the light gun stuff, it's not, you get, there's less accuracy with, like, the Wii and the sort of motion control stuff. And he also talks about how Point Blank does some quite creative things with the gun as well. It's really interesting video. I don't have the grenade launch. Oh. Oh. I did not expect that to... I don't have the grenade launcher, do I? The bazooka doesn't work with the rounds, or does it need to be empty before I load it up with some other stuff? Oh, nice. Yeah, House of the Dead's, you know, good fun. I'm a sucker for Time Crisis. I will chuck money away on Time Crisis if I'm not. Say chuck money away. I will put like £3 in Time Crisis. Bonnie book. Have we been given the code for that room yet? Have we been given... I'm not sort of sure what to do because the game wants me to kill the plant, obviously, but I'm not... Have I been given all the bits I need? Right, come on. Sorry, I'm aware with the delay. Sometimes I'm... Okay, so the grenade launcher is the bazooka, right? In which case... Why can't I... It won't let me. My God. Right, I've been playing this game on hard mode, so I need to just empty the round, is that right? And then it'll let me do it? Is that the... in which case, let's play. I have my acid rounds, my explosive rounds. Okay, right. So do I leave this for now? Do I put this with the rest of it and have fun with the shotgun? Because I've got enough shotgun shells now. I reckon I could deal with those, the spiders. But I don't know if there's anything I need to be doing with the... Do I just take the plant out? Because I don't have the chemicals. Is that... Why was there a report telling me to do that? Six explosives rounds, 6 flame rounds. So I'm not sure what the best broach is here. So everyone's thinking, let me know. Do we fight the plant? Is there a puzzle? Is there a room I haven't been in? Let's have a look at the map. Let me know. And then we'll see what you say. Yeah, so we've pretty much stocked it. So we have cleared it, so it is just that plant, isn't it? If there's any chemicals or whatever. Hang on, what are you? What are you, that one door there? Ah, right, I'm with you. Get the... Right, okay, I see. I absolutely hear what you're saying. So we get the explosive rounds and the... Should we take the acid rounds? They're going to be good for something, right? Silly boy. Right. In terms of rooms I haven't visited, there is still something... There is something out and right that I think I'm going to take a look at. And then I'll see if we can find that thing. Just seems weird that it gave me that chemical information, but then it's just like, just do what you want, mate. Go blow it up. Or do I mix drinks like in the bar? Is that how I do the chemical stuff? Okay, right. Let's go have a look then. Then we'll just wreck it like that, like a couple of cool kids. The chemical room must be the room I haven't been in then. Has to be, surely. Sorry guys, I thought I'd cleared through everything, my bad. It's not my fault. The haunted guardhouse all looks the same to me. Okay, it's the one we need the code to. What have we got? Have we got the code for anything? Were we given the code? This isn't going to be a Metal Gear thing where it's on the back of the CD case. This is just sort of fun. So it makes... Am I trying to make them all on or all off? I mean, I'd be tempted. I've been drinking. You know, I'll definitely be drinking probably on Wednesday. I think. Right, I'm gonna leave that and drive back in. Okay. So I'm just gonna mash them. Stubbies, mate. We're all gonna get back on the stubbies. That's what we're gonna bring back. I don't know if it's aiming to have them all on or all off. They've got to be all on, haven't they? That's the... What date? Sorry, what are we in the book? Sorry, sorry. I thought I could just brute force my way through it. My mistake. Sorry. Right, let's. So you just reckon 1998? Yeah. Let's try it. Or May 20. But will it be American? Will it be at the first? Sorry, everyone. Try 1998 first. So May 1st. Oh, just literally 2/1/19. Okay, sorry. There. 2/19. Yeah. So I think you're right. Okay, so what have we got? So we got May 2/15. All right. Nope. Okay. What's the other file we got? We got the VJOT report, didn't we? Let's have a look at that. 2, 4, 7, 13, 16. Should we try that? 2, 4, 7, 1, 3, 1, 6. Let's try that. Okay, if not, we'll try 0521 1998. And then if not, we'll swap them around. And then if not, we'll try 2, 4, 7, 13, 16. Okay, so there's no 0, so we'll try try 5, 2, 1. 5, 2, 1. 1, 9, 8. Okay, so that doesn't work. Try UK style. So we'll try 2, 1, 5, 1, 8. No. Okay, we will try 2, 4, 7, 1, 3, 1, 6. Damn you! There's bees now. Go on. What is the other code it can be? So we'll try 215. It's not working. Ah, of course it is. Right, let's get out of it then. I mean, that's fine. That makes sense. That's the one room we haven't explored. But let's just go in and... Do you know what, though? Shotgun for those boys. I thought I could brute force it. Did you ever see, you know, Bop It? You know, Bop It, Flick It, Lick It, Twist It, or whatever. There was a game where you could be like, blah, 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 blah. There's a code like that. You press buttons and it would be like, blah, 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 blah. It's good. Well, it doesn't make sense. It's determined by the pool balls, but the code exists somewhere else in the room that we haven't found it. Is fine. But yeah, I get what you said. Yeah, it goes like you'd line up different puzzles. Yeah. I think it was like a Bop It style thing. I was hoping I could just do that with it. Right, let's put these back. Sorry, Bazooka, for now. We will come back for you. Let's get a good old friend. Actually, we'll take Blue Herb just in case as well. They have a good old munch on us. We'll take shotguns. And what are they? Shells? Let's go. I reckon a shotgun will absolutely do a couple of them. Surely. I'm quite excited to play the Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm sure I will eventually. I've heard it's very good. I've heard everyone really likes it. Like I like Do not die now. Nice. Oh, damn. First aid spray it is. Yeah. Oh. So that little spider baby's coming for me now as well. Right. That was, wasn't it? I'll just squish them all. Is that what? Is that what she's doing there? Is she just squishing them? Yeah. Excellent. Brilliant. I'll just stomp on them. I will punish you for what your parents have done. By that, I don't know what's going on with this one in the corner. I mean, this doesn't... I honestly had no clue there was a bit where you just stood on the children of spiders. Right, fine. Still one there. Excellent. Right. Let's just enjoy what the bar has to offer then. Don't think you can get away from me. Delicious. Right. What? The looks like a crocodile, some kind of code. Oh, is the game gonna let me look at this? So we've got. I've got a pen here while I'm trying to figure this out. So we've got. So 9. Yeah, 369 was the numbers I got, but I weren't sure if it was. If it's gonna if that's necessarily the order. So I'm just doing a terrible drawing of the puzzle down here. If anyone's interested, that's how we're doing the puzzles so far. We've got our 369 thing squished down there, so we're innovating. Let's go. There's a few more over here. Getting away from me. Oddly satisfying. Stop, not the baby ones. Oh dear. Right. Let's try this door. So the answer is clockwise. Yeah, so it'd be 9 or 9:15. Yeah, it's a clock. So we've got. So we're going 369. We'll try it. It's only the bees that will come get us, right? We'll be alright. Actually, no, we won't. We are out of the look after you juice from our battles with the spiders, so we absolutely cannot get poisoned. So we're gonna have to try and run out. So the code for the pool cues, so it's quarter. So it's 11:15. Is that right? 11:15. I can't risk the bees either, so I'm gonna have to go in, do it, and then leg it if they appear. I'm afraid. It's alright. We can do it. Okay, so we'll try 11, maybe 10:15. There's no. No, that can't be right. Keep an eye out for the bees. We'll be in trouble. Right, let's look for the key. So we've got 3. No. feel like I'm missing something really obvious. Alright, let's go back and look at it then. I reckon we can solve this, kill the plant, and then save, right? Surely? And the kills there just to give you some time for the 369 clock positions. Cool. So 369 is like half past thingy and thingy, right? So it's surely at that angle it can't be asking us to think of like a quarter past or something like that. That's just cruel if that's the case. Okay, so it's 6. Okay, right, so I did my drawing wrong. So that's little hand. So that's 9. This is... I feel terrified I'm going to get it wrong. So you got 9. It's nice of the scientists to leave it like this for me, but in a room full of spiders. 3. And this weird bit up here is your 6. So if I go... 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So we've got 4. 445? 345? 445, 345. That's fine. Let's do it. Let's go. Again, I've done some... It was difficult because that was upside down. So when I turned it down, I was getting myself confused with which way was 6 or which one was 9. So that's what I've written down. I'm not sure if you can see that. But there we go. We've got something. Let's go. Okay, this is the moment. Yeah, OC, when you said like it was video game nonsense, I was like, no, it's got information. You know, it's got that information somewhere. It's completely fine. And now I'm like, yeah, this is rubbish. This is upset me. Right, come on. So we're going with 345. Just advertise where they just it's the what's the, is it moon logic? Is that what they use? That's the term to describe that. 345. Right, thank you very much, OC. I would have lost my mind there. Moon logic, where they ask you to take a leap that doesn't really make sort of logical sense, or I can't remember what it's called, but there's one sometimes when it's based on cultural things. So sometimes there's stuff we think we'll understand, Okay, right. What is it asking me to do here? This is where it'll all go wrong. It's got nothing but empty bottles. Yeah, I wonder if that's a reference to it. I wonder if that's a... Oh my god. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 2 plus 4 equals 6. What does that mean? Yeah, we're going to write these down as well. Equals 3. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 6 plus 7 equals 13. 13.3 equals 16. Right, let's have a look at these. What's he saying? I feel really worried. I feel scared. Red MP03. So what am I supposed to do with this then? I've got number 2. 2 equals 4. Is it the herbs? Is the herbs the other stuff I mix with it? Is that what it's asking me to do? I mean, yeah, we'll put it in a bottle, surely. Ooh, I'm worried I'm just going to piss this up and then... Right, what are you saying? Easy to generate feature. Excellent. So we've got... tip it all out. On the floor it goes. If anyone wants to help me with this, I would be very grateful. Right. So... Hang on, there's some more writing on the wall over there. Right. Now we're cooking with gas. Water equals 1. Red equals 2. Purple equals 3. Green equals 4. So we've just got to do a bit of maths now, right? So 1 plus... Oh, good. It's nice to know that it looks completely different in the menu. So, water plus that should give us purple, right? This is the MP3. Let's have a look at that manual again. I'm worried because I found that other bit, and because of how long it took us to do the clock puzzle. I'm just worried I don't have all the pieces. 1 purple's 3. Okay, so we've got 3. 3 plus 4. 4's over here, right? Don't mess it up. Do not mess it up. So that's 3 plus 4. Okay, so we've got 7. And now we need 6, which is 2 plus 4. So 2 is the red one, and 4 is the green one. Are we doing all right over here? Okay. So got that. Yeah. So that's 2. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Okay, we've got yellow. Now we need to mix yellow and 7 to get 13. Okay. I'm like tense because it said it was going to trap poisonous gas at me, so like every time I'm like, oh. So we've got 6. I'll tell you what, pen and paper handy. 1 plus 2 equals 3, so it's that and the water again. Yes. Cool. Water in the empty bottle, yes. And then water's 1, red's plus 2, which will make 3, and then 13 plus 3. Do not make the poisonous gas. Do not make the poisonous gas. Do not make the poisonous gas. And then 13. Yay! We did it, guys. Excellent. Well done, team. Now, let's pop this. Oh, it's 5. So I think what we'll do is we will do some inventory management, and then I will save it, and then we'll come back for Little Shop of Horrors. Possibly same time next week. Might be a good shout. Right, that's excellent. Well, I for one feel quite satisfied with myself there. It was your moral support, guys. It's knowing that you were there is what helped. Don't feel disheartened for your role in that adventure. These are all green, aren't they? Let's hope I don't get poisoned, because I have overused it, running away from spiders. It's your moral support. You know, it's I either feel like you're like my support team, or you know, like the way Jill uses the radio. or either you're sort of like it's a gladiatorial thing, like you're in the Colosseum. It's probably the latter, though, isn't it? Or the former. Sorry. There you go. So you're going there. You're going there. Empty bottle's going in there. Keep you just to be sure. You can go in there. Let's take that Rink Ibn and let's take the bazooka if we have to deal with something. Flame rounds? That'd wreck it, wouldn't it? See, this music's still a little bit creepy. It's not the. I generally think the other one's a little bit nicer. Guided meditation. Okay, I want you to close your eyes. Relax. Imagine yourself on a beach. Beach where each sand is a problem that you have ground away to nothing. Sick. Okay, excellent. Right, thank you very much, everyone. Let's get an angle where we can see Jill do a little stand on hip thing, and then hand on hip, and then I'll use that to sort of sign off. Yeah. All right. So yeah, thank you all very much for popping along for this week. I appreciate the follows and watches and you guys hanging out in the chats and stuff. That means a lot. Next week we'll continue playing Resident Evil, but also on Wednesday evening on the 22nd we will be playing. I wrote an RPG where you're penguins trying to escape a zoo. James has played it in the chat, but we'll be playing that with some comedians and things, which should be a lot of fun. I'll be the Penguin Master, or the PM, and everyone else will be penguins trying to escape a zoo. So basically, instead of while obviously the COVID is rampant, it should be good. Should be quite good fun, interesting, entertaining. Again, free unless you want to chuck me a couple of quid on the coffee stuff. But come hang out. The chat will be active, I think, as a PM. The way the game works, there'll be stuff going on that the penguins don't know about. So I will share that in the chat. So we'll have a secret while watching the players sort of navigate themselves around that scenario. But it should be quite a lot of fun. It should be quite good. And yeah, I will leave you all. Have a good Friday. And I will see you later on in the week, if not before. Have fun. Look after yourselves. Take care. All the best. Bye, 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 bye.